What is up, homies? My name is Felix and I'm here back again with another video for you all today. And this one I'm actually pretty excited about today because in all my 5 years of producing, I have never used the plugin Serum. And just yesterday I finally got it, so I'm going to be testing it out, giving you guys my first impressions, what I think of it, whether I think it's worth it to spend your money on it or not, and if it actually lives up to all the hype surrounding it, because it is one of those plugins that everybody always talks about. And if by some chance you don't know what Serum is, it's a really popular synthesizer plugin that a lot of people say is really good. It's more often used for like EDM type music, but a lot of other producers and a lot of other genres use it as well. So we're gonna see if it's actually good or not today. So yeah, make sure you guys check out my Instagram and my SoundCloud down in the description below, along with the playlist of songs I produced, my Beatstone, my Discord, all that stuff. Go check it out if you'd like to do so. And now we can get into this video. Okay, so I actually have not even installed the plugin yet, so that's gonna be step one here in this video. It just doesn't show up, doesn't exist. Okay, so here it is. I don't know why I'm a little bit underwhelmed by the whole interface. It's not like I've never seen the interface before, but just seeing it like on my screen is just a little bit underwhelming, I feel like. Let's see what this basic preset sounds like. Not a surprise there. All right, so right off the bat, it looks like we've got a couple little wavetable things here. I can click on it and it changes something or other. And then I think you can click here and select a different waveform or something. That's pretty crazy. There's different filters here too. Oh, there's a lot of different filters. It's pretty weird. Some of these miscellaneous ones are kind of weird. Like this one here is just disturbing. That one's disturbing. That one's literally just nothing. Also, we have here the little envelope thing, so we can adjust the attack on this. You can also adjust like all the other ADSR controls. Pretty standard. I like that these controls here are pretty like accessible to most people. That's pretty cool too. It also shows the sound as it's going through that envelope, so you can see like where you are within the envelope, if that makes sense. Like as you play it, it goes up and then drops down there. And then there's also plenty of other things in here too, like this page right here that says sub. I don't really know exactly what this is, but let's look through some of these presets and see if we can get some good ones. That's a really nice bass, actually. Very much an EDM type bass, but I really like it a lot though. I like this bass too. Mod wheel me. Well, we gotta do what it says. Sounds like the THX thing. What is that? Oh my god. So far with the bass sounds, the regular bass sounds, I could definitely use a couple of those here and there, but the hard bass sounds, I could imagine being more of like a good sound effect type sounds for the stuff that I do at least. Like this sound right here. I could definitely see myself taking this and like EQing it out and putting a lot of reverb on it. But anyways, now I'm gonna take a look at some of these sound effects and I just know this is gonna be interesting. Well, the conclusion I've come to is that there's a lot of space alien sounds in here. Like pretty much every other sound effect sound has something to do with like aliens or spaceships or something, which I really respect that. I like that quite a bit. I do have to listen to this zombie growl one though. That is pretty dope how the waveform does that. I could probably just sit here and look at this all day, to be honest. That's pretty sick, actually. This plugin is probably worth the money just for this effect right here. Okay, now let's move on to some of the leads and some of the chords and more melodic type sounds. That's a cool lead. I like that one right there. Wow, my CPU is like a bazillion. That's got a lot of reverb on it. Jesus, let's get nuts. That does not sound very nuts. Okay, so as far as the lead sounds and some of the miscellaneous sounds go, it's very clear that the plugin's made for EDM type music. However, there is a handful of sounds in there that I could definitely see myself using. I think the pad presets are gonna have quite a lot of really nice sounds. Oh, that's nice. I like that. One thing I have noticed actually about the plugin though that I have a problem with is that the more notes that I hold down, the more my CPU gets absolutely destroyed. So it's like if I hold down one, it's all right, not a big deal. But now let's do like 2 7th chords or something. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's getting into dangerous territory right there. 80% CPU usage. that is an interesting one. Oh, this one right here I could definitely see being used for some trap beats or something. I like this one a lot, actually. I think I'm gonna have to remember this one to use for a beat at some point. I actually like a lot of the pad sounds. Some of them, as I went on, got a little bit more weird and experimental, but for the most part, there was a good amount of the pad sounds that I could see myself using. Plucked instruments. Some plucked vibes here. Okay, so as far as the plucked presets go, I was not really a fan of most of them. The sequence presets, however, is a different story. These are very, very interesting, and I could definitely see myself using some of these sequence presets for some like very unique kind of stuff. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that one. Okay, then finally my favorite of all the stock presets is gonna have to be the synth one. And I'm pretty sure the synth tab is probably where most of the non-EDM producers go for their sounds, because a lot of the synth sounds are very friendly towards like other genres, not just EDM type stuff. But yeah, I can see myself using most of these on anywhere from like your average trap beat to like some, you know, analog synthy type, synthwave kind of inspired stuff. So yeah, now that I've listened to pretty much all the factory presets, I can say that most of them are pretty good. But one of the things that a lot of people like about Serum is the availability of other presets out there that you can download. Tons of people make banks for Serum that you can buy, that are free, that you can just find out there roaming around in the wild. And I definitely will have to give some of those a try at some point, because the factory presets inside of Serum are pretty limited. They're not anything crazy, really. Now what I want to do is kind of just mess around with all the different knobs and tabs within here, just to get a little more familiar with everything within the plugin. So I want to mess around with this wavetable thing because I haven't really played with it a whole lot. Okay, so I just figured out this little sub thing on the side. It's basically a sub oscillator, which means that it adds like a lower down frequency, which you probably can't hear unless you have headphones or speakers. And then also there's this effects tab in here that has a lot of different effects actually. The effects on here actually sound pretty good. Super boring without the delay, but really cool with the delay. Okay, this matrix thing is looking like it's a little too much for my brain capacity right now. So I don't really know exactly what's going on here. Looks like it's an easier way to adjust like LFOs and stuff. But yeah, obviously there's a ton more within the actual plugin. There's multiple different envelopes within here, multiple different LFOs, whatever this thing is here. I haven't exactly had enough time to play around with it yet because, as you guys saw, I just downloaded it like 20 minutes ago. But honestly, I do like the plugin quite a bit, and I can see it being very, very good for sound design. And I think now that I have this plugin, it's going to kind of inspire me to want to learn sound design a little bit more. The one thing that I'm wondering is if there's a way that I can make my own like waveform within here, you know? Oh, there is actually. Wow, you know, perfect timing. I just discovered that. Ooh, I can do a little like something like that. A little one of these. This is kind of like a hidden feature within here. I'm surprised that I just found. Whoa, that's gonna sound terrible. Well, there's your answer basically. You can edit waveforms within the actual plugin, which is really cool, and it's like a whole other secret area that I didn't even know you could access. But yeah, so that's really cool actually, and then I'm sure you can save this somehow as well. And then the other thing I'm definitely interested in is finding some preset banks out there. If you guys have any suggestions for preset banks, definitely leave them down in the comments below, because I don't really know what I'm looking for here exactly. One final thing that I want to test out is just putting as many of these as I can into my FL Studio and seeing how far we can take it. Well, that's definitely causing a little bit of lag, but I did add 6 of these onto here. Let's see how it does with just like 4. Still a little bit of lag there, but there is 4 of them open. Like if I try to open up Analog Lab 4 times, I think my computer would probably just explode. But yeah, it does seem like it's a little CPU heavy for me. It might have something to do with the fact that I have OBS open and recording and stuff. Yeah, actually when I'm not screen recording, the CPU usage is pretty normal. It probably only takes up about 10% or something. It definitely takes up more on some of the presets where there's more like filters and stuff moving around and making a lot of commotion. But yeah, all in all, I think Serum is a pretty good plugin. I think personally for me, I don't really totally understand the hype because I'm not really super involved with the whole sound design world of things. I think once I get a little more involved with sound design, I'll be able to appreciate it a little bit more. But I think at least for now, it's a really good plugin if you want to do EDM type stuff, and it's a good plugin if you're a sound design type person. But honestly, if you make like R&B or trap beats or any of the style beats that I make, it's not really like a totally necessary plugin, and I wouldn't like fully fully recommend it. But yeah, so that's pretty much going to do it for my Serum review. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below. Also, make sure you guys check out my Instagram and my SoundCloud down in the description below, along with the playlist of songs I produced, my beat store, my Discord, all that stuff. Go check it out if you'd like to do so, and I will see you guys next time.
Sometimes all I seem to have is the answers. Sometimes questions are the only thing they ain't asking. Sunshine, sunlight on my dashboard, my companion till my feet ain't